Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. Today I'm excited. I'm going to be bringing you Metal Gear Solid, the tactical espionage action board game from Konami Digital Entertainment, and come on. Now, this is also a game by Emerson Matucci, and I'm sold right there. However, what sells me most on this game isn't so much the Metal Gear franchise. I've never played the games, but this is a cooperative tactical game where you need to try to infiltrate a compound. This is a game where you don't necessarily have to go fight, but you sneak around. I absolutely love games with that mechanic. It is one of my favorite mechanics. Okay, now this is a game for 1 to 4 players, 14 plus. You're looking at 60 to 90 minutes per game. Okay, now let's get this thing. This is a big, chunky, heavy box too. So let's get this thing opened up. Let's take a look inside. And I'll tell you what, I hope you guys are excited for this game as I am. I don't know how, but this game actually kind of flew under my radar. I remember hearing about it once before and absolutely forgot about it. So I am actually so thrilled to be able to look inside this box right now and see what we have and to show you guys what is in it. Okay. All right. So let's get this thing opened up. And you know what? It's a Come On game too. So you know the production of this thing is just going to be outstanding. Okay. All right, so we're going to get a barcode. You can scan this. Always free digital content from Come On. They're just such a fantastic company. They just, man, not only do you get the games, but they just give you more. They always provide you more. Okay, so inside this, what we're going to get the Shadow Moses. This is going to be the board game. I'm thinking this might be the rule book. Oh, no, here's the rule book. This is probably going to be, I'm going to guess maybe your scenarios. Oh, well, hold on. Now we got more. Now we got the Codex, and also we have the VR missions. There's a little bit to decipher in this one. We might just need to sit back, grab our toes, and see what we got. So let's start with the rule book then, okay? All right, so it looks like we're going to get a nice little introduction. I've never played the game, so leave me notes in the comments, man. How is the video game on this thing? Do you guys love it? Whatnot? I don't know. I'd really like to know. Okay, all our components, and I will say I do love the 2 cardboard boxes. That is a great miniature, okay? Tons of components. Let's go with that. Okay, looks like we're going to have our setup stage. I know there's some memory boxes. So this is kind of like as you do the scenarios, the campaigns, you're going to gain more stuff and everything else. So, I mean, this game is right up my alley. Okay, you got your stage map, player area, starting equipment. This looks good. Basic concepts of the game. Movements, line of sight. Okay, focus tokens. It's like, oh, everyone's got their own unique individual focus token for every one of the different characters. Sweet. Some player turn examples, a little round structure. I will say, I love Come On's rulebooks. They're always really good. I can usually figure out everything really easy playing them. All right, and this looks like it is more of the same. Just looks really, really good. Attacking a player. Oh, you can attack each other players, not necessarily characters. I don't know. All right, well, we got more examples. And look at that, nice rule summary right there on the back page. Perfect. Okay, Codex. What is the Codex? The Codex is, so it's going to be some little text you're probably going to be able to go read based on maybe some cards you pick up, get some more information on different things. All right, and more rule summary. Okay, that way you've got them scattered around the board. Now the VR missions. All right, let's see what the VR missions are. Okay, VR missions. Okay, these are replayable standalone challenges for 1 to 4 players. It can be played in any order. So if you don't want to play the campaign, which is this big, huge, chunky red book, you get these VR missions. Okay, so we're going to get like recon. Okay, looks like we got escape. We're going to have sabotage. We got 5 missions. Rescue some hostages, and then looks like, oh, that's a nice long map. Coordination. Okay. So there you go. So at least you're going to get some missions out of this game that don't necessarily have to deal with the campaign. But this campaign book, I'll tell you what, man, it's 50 pages long. Okay, there is a lot to this campaign book. Okay, yeah. So, all right, so it looks like stage 1 of the campaign is just going to be, looks like we got just 1 player character. And if I remember right, every game is going to have 1, 2, 3, or 4 characters in this one. I did look this up just a little bit. I was super curious when I saw it. And so if you're 1 character, you're always playing this character. 2 characters, you're always playing 2 other different characters. Like 2 characters would be Snake. Campbell would be the second. So I don't really know all of the different characters in this game. I just caught a couple of the names as I was kind of thumbing through some stuff and figuring out. But this looks like it is just going to be an ongoing scenario. Stage 2, little helipad right there. Okay. All right, looks like we're back to just a single character again. So yeah, so it looks like you're basically going to just work your way through this entire thing. I think you're going to be opening up new cards, new boxes. Okay, you got stage 4. All right, I'm just going to kind of thumb through this. This is one of those where some people aren't going to want to necessarily see it. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. I'm just kind of glancing at a couple of things and I'll forget all about it. And then we're going to get breakouts. So it looks like we're just going to get a bunch of text here. Okay. Oh, this is probably some information that's going to lead you into stage 9. Boy, this is a huge campaign. Oh, stage 9 outro. I love the look of this. Oh, the helicopter gunship. Oh yeah. When was the last time you got to play a game where you got to actually be in a helicopter gunship flying around? Okay, that wasn't a Hex Encounter war game. All right, I know some of you were going to say that. Got different cutscenes. So, Prophecies of Wing, stage 12, the 11th hour. 13. Man, I'll tell you, this is a huge, huge campaign. We've got Rex, 14 outro, and there's your campaign. All right, that looks really cool. That just looks really, really cool. All right, let's take a look at some boards and some tokens. Curious to see how this is going to fit back in a box when it's done. Oh my, there is a lot to this game. Okay, now let's see, what do we got here? Let's see if I can get everything on the screen. So we're going to have a whole bunch of tokens, okay? And front side, back side, I think, well, it looks like, so these are going to be a little bit different, I know. Front and back side, these a little bit different. Okay, these are probably going to be some of your map tiles. You know, just like this guy over here, it's going to be, so we got a tank on one side, and, well, we got a tank on the other side. Look at that. It's a tank. These are just going to be, I believe, counters, if I remember right, from what I've seen, for damaging different guards and stuff you can see. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. So these are going to look like this, but over here, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what all that means. But hey, there is a difference between those. Okay, let's go not upside down on that one. So it looks like, oh, here's your different tokens you're going to get for your different characters to play. These, I think, are different objective locations, maybe different equipment. Okay, all good stuff. Oh, really good stuff. Man, I'm loving the look of this game. Flip this one around as well. Got some more of your tokens up there for your people. All right, and I'm just guessing just different tokens you're going to use throughout the board. There's a lot to this game. From what I've seen, there is a lot. And I'll tell you, and this is not a light box, but like in typical Command fashion, this is not a light box. All right, so it looks like we're going to get a bunch of board tiles. Okay, so let's see. We got a cargo dock. And I'll tell you, I just love this artwork, the helipad, or heliport B, okay? And I did actually kind of glance at some stuff. I really like the way it sounds like the mechanic works for like all the guards moving around and stuff like that. It's a really, really unique system. Looks really good. And the artwork on this is fantastic, just like everything else. Okay, this is kind of giving me Burn Cycle vibes, and I love Burn Cycle. Okay, the interrogation room. And these are, man, I'll tell you what, just on basically the size of some of those scenarios and looking at the maps, these maps are going to be huge. Holy crud. Okay, that looks like a interesting room. A lot of corners, a lot of hallways, a lot of intersections. Boy, you can just kind of hide in there. Oh, it looks like a little outside. Got some trees. A little snow field. I like how they do that blue from the light. Just kind of, that's actually a really cool color. It's kind of weird how they have like all this extra black, but I guess they just wanted to keep all the boards the same size. So, because I think everything on one tile, everything can affect one tile. So, the Nuke Building B1. Wow, this is like a big wide open hangar port. Woo, bumped the camera, sorry about that. All right. There is no shortage of maps in this, I'll tell you right now. I mean, so we're already on 11, map number 11, and they're all double-sided. So, yeah. Well, that's interesting. The commander's room. Ah, interesting Probably going to have to roll dice to see what goes on in different areas. Okay, so we got, what, 12 different boards? All right, looks like now what do we have here? Oh, very nice. Okay, we got another little guy here, the comms tower roof. Oh, and then the nuke building truck. All right, the ocelot stage. Health of 3. Must have to go in and destroy that. The guard count. That looks good too. Oh, here's your, gonna be your helicopter. Oh, there you go. Helicopter gunship. So that's interesting. Really curious to see how that works out. Okay. All right. And what else? Oh, looks like we're gonna get our characters now. Okay. So, all right. Tons of maps. Holy criminy, tons of maps. All right. So there you go. Get them up these. You can, if you want to pause and kind of read what they have to say. Some of you guys just might be fanatics for Metal Gear. So I've always heard good stuff about it. I don't remember anything. Or I've never played it, so. All right, Gray Fox. What do we got? Meryl. Tell you what, it looks really good. And if it's a video game, I'm not a big video gamer, but if it's about like sneaking around and whatnot, I just might have to take a look at it because I do love that mechanic. There's an old game called Thief I used to love just because that's all you did in that one. Man, you didn't want to get caught. You were always sneaking around. And I always thought games like that were just fun because they were different, they were unique, they were interesting. Okay, the liquid. Oh, liquid, not liquid. Yeesh. All right, you guys probably ignore me anyways. I'm probably on mute right now. You don't hear me, and you're listening to your music. I have no idea, but I appreciate you watching. I really do. Okay, we got Wolf. Oh, these are the okay. So I wonder if this is like regular mission. They got VR characters for VR missions. Yeah, I don't know. Raven. Yeah, he looks fun. I tell you. That guy looks fun. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, and then we got, okay, yeah, the guard dashboard. I remember seeing something about this. You're going to put like the guard order deck up here. You're going to put the reaction deck up here. So it depends upon how they, so this is always going to be the orders. And if the guards step on different things, then you draw the reaction cards and they do different things. So cool. All right. So this is one of those few games that I actually know or looked a little up on. Okay. And that's just because this game just interests me so much. Okay, get those off to the side. Now, let's see what we have in here, because there is still quite a bit to go. And I will say I absolutely love this insert. Okay, so we got some characters. Looks like these are all going to basically be about the same. Take a look at those. Fantastic. These guys really need to be painted. I do like how they have little arrows on them, on the guards, so you can see what direction they're facing. And it looks like you're going to get a couple sculpts for each one of them. Very nice. All right, now the red ones here. I'm not really sure who they are. Okay. Oh, these, I'm guessing these got an arrow too. So these are probably maybe some of the villains as well. But yeah, look at that guy right there, man. Holy moly. Dude, that is a barrel full of ammo. Ay, caramba. Oh, the little wolfy dog. Okay. Very sweet. Get her back in there. All right. Oh, yeah. That is a unique miniature. And let's see what this guy did. Okay. Yeah. Get him on there as well. All right. And I'm guessing these are going to be your player characters. Okay. Because they're just going to be a round base. I'm guessing facing's not going to have anything to do with anything on these. I'm kind of thinking that might be Snake. Okay. He looks good. Well, I'm not sure why he's gray compared to everybody else's blue. Maybe distinguish him for the when you're playing a single character. I have no idea. Oh, that is awesome, man. Look at that little laptop. That's really cool. Okay, let's take a look at that. And man, these miniatures are just, they're just great. I love them. Absolutely love them. But check this out, man. It's got little feet on the bottom. You got a little dude sneaking around inside of a box. You're hiding there. That is just absolutely phenomenal. I love that miniature right there. That is cool. Okay, so we got some cards we're going to go through. But before that, first thing I'm going to do is let's go ahead and pull pull some dice out, man. Let's pull some dice out. Okay, because I know we're going to roll dice for combat. You're going to be rolling dice to see if you're caught on anything. All right, now, the dice actually look pretty good. I like the pips. I like how they got little octagons inside of them. I'm more of a rounded corner guy myself, but we'll see how these play out. They feel really good. These are some nice heavy weighted dice. I do like them. Okay, and I'm sure that's for tracking something. I have just no idea what. But obviously it's for tracking something. Otherwise they wouldn't put it in the game, right? Okay. Let's just kind of shove those guys back down there. Now, let's take a look at our cards and see what we got. Okay, and are the cards going to make it easier for me to open up? No. So, one of these days I'm going to destroy these cards doing this, and you guys are going to be my witness, and I won't be able to get away with it. Okay, so looks like we're going to have, and this is what I'm really curious of, is to see kind of how this is. We got a bunch of the guard reaction and the guard order cards. Oh, and we got some blue guard order cards too. Oh, that must be for like later in the rounds and whatnot. Okay, and these are probably going to be individual character cards. I'm just going to put them down. I just want to know what we're going through. And then we got some system cards, some terminal reference there. Okay, so these are just going to be a lot of starting equipment. Let's start right there. Okay, so we're going to have some starting equipment that we may have. And like I said, pause if you need to. I'm just going to kind of flip through these pretty fast. Okay, so you guys can always pause, take a look at them. There is a ton of cards. I want to try to see if I can get through this sometime before the year's out. All right, and we'll just kind of flip through all these. One turn order, player turn. Some grenades. Looks like there might be a couple of these that might be duplicates. Okay, so if I see the duplicate names, I'm probably just going to kind of speed through them a little bit. Radar homing missile launcher. Those are both that. Okay, all right, disguised marrow reference. Hey, nice. Disguised mirror reference card. See, there you go. I like that. I love the artwork on the front of that. That is just absolutely cool. All right, and then we got some terminal reference card. The boss stage terminal. All right. And see, false alarm, misdirection. So I'm just kind of guessing maybe different numbers you roll, different things are going to happen. And these are the system, probably for that terminal. Okay. Now let's take a look at these. So we're going to have, okay, so these are going to be the guard reaction. So these are the reaction cards that are going to happen whenever they land on any one of these different icons, and these all should be different. Okay, so and there's only just a few of them, so you're probably going to see a lot of the same, but the thing is you never know what icon it is, so next time you draw that card it might be something totally different. Now we have our guard orders, and these are going to be the red ones. I'm not sure which ones are the most common, which ones are the more deadly. I have no idea, but these should all be deadly as well. These are going to tell you if they heal, if the camera switches. It depends on if they're interacting with the different tokens, what their movement stuff's going to be. So it's actually really kind of cool that the way they do this. Hey, look at that. Failed mission. Oh, so that's probably the card that goes in the very down on the bottom of your deck. Yeah, you draw that card and you're just, it's game over, man. All right, and so here we go. So let's get all these ones up here. So I'm guessing there's a certain number of the blue ones, a certain number of the red ones. Okay, and it looks like a lot of these, there's not a whole lot of difference between them. You're just kind of seeing what order they go through. But I'm guessing you're going to have a certain number of these ones, certain number of the red ones. You're going to put them all together, mix them all up. Somewhere in the bottom, X number of cards is going to be that game over card. You got to complete your mission by then. And there you go. Okay, and these are all just going to be all of these system cards. So these are going to be more of those other ones. So like I said, we still have a ton of cards to go through. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on these. Okay, give me a second a piece, whatever. Enough time where you can maybe pause, take a look at it if you really, really want. Get up, go get some water while I'm still walking through all these. Whatever you want to do. I don't know. Your choice, my friends, your choice. And there we go. Okay, and that is the first stack of cards. Okay. Oh, actually, there's only 2 decks of cards. This is the memory box. This is empty. But this is where you're going to store your stuff between game to game on the scenario. So, okay, so we only have one more deck of cards to go through. Well, that narrows it down a little bit. Okay. But boy, I'll tell you what, this is, man, this is one that I can, opening and looking at this, I can punch all these things out, just set up the first mission and just start playing, because that's how good this game looks to me. This is my kind of game. All right. Okay, so we're going to look at the equipment. Now, I'm seeing this card. It says stop. Do not shuffle this deck, this equipment deck. So I'm guessing it's this deck. Okay, but you have all these specials, and then I wonder if this is just different equipment and stuff that you can actually get in the campaign. Okay, so this is different stuff that's going to come out. So you know what? I'm not going to show you any more of that one. I'm going to be mean. Well, I hope I'm not going to be too mean to too many people, but I'm going to show you all of this equipment. Oh, and this is why you don't want to shuffle. Oh, this is the one you probably don't want to shuffle, because these are the different item numbers you're going to get. Okay, yeah, from 1 all the way to 32. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so that's all that this just means. This just means don't shuffle that deck. Okay, I'll show you the other stuff. All right, well, let's take a look at what you can get. Looks like we got one of these cards. Kind of got a piece thing on the end messed up. Okay, and we're going to get a pistol. Oh, you always need some food, some rations, grenades, stun grenades. See, yeah, look at that, man. Kind of bummed about that one, but, well, what do you do? C4, more rations. All right, got to have some meds, man. More rations. Oh, the gas mask, I'm pretty sure we're going to need that. And more rations. Sniper rifle. Oh, body armor. Can I have that early, please? The bandana. Why do you need a bandana? Do not discard when using equipment. Oh, both. Hey, now I see why you want that. Oh, pistol suppressor. You know, if it's a sneak mission, suppressor would be really nice to have. The cardboard box. That. Now I know why the miniature's in there. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so that's going to be all of that equipment. I'm going to put this card back in here that says do not shuffle. And you know what? Okay. The Ocelot reload. We're just going to flip through these. I'm just going to, if you don't want to see these, just kind of fast forward through them. Okay, looks like we got our tank. Okay, and I don't know when these are going to come out at certain times, but it's going to kind of give you an idea of some of the things going to happen probably if you do the campaign. Maybe some of this is for the VR. I have absolutely zero idea, but I will tell you what. Interesting. I'll tell you what. It actually, this game looks fantastic to me. This looks fantastic. So, yeah, the Sniper Wolf looks, oh, different. Okay, I see. This is kind of saying how she's moving around. Okay, and Raven, so each one of these cards is going to do something a little bit different as well. So probably if you're going up against Raven, these are going to tell you how he acts. Metal Gear Rex is probably going to be doing the same thing. It's probably, yeah. So these is probably, for these different characters, and it's just probably saying how they interact. And there you go. And that's it. That is everything that I can see that's coming in this. Now, the fun part is going to be see if we can get everything back in the box, okay? So I'm guessing it looks like we're going to be able to put some of the cards right here. So now the bigger cards won't fit there. There's no smaller cards, so I'm not really sure. Tokens. Tokens are what's going to go there. Okay, so let's get this guy back in here. Okay, so we know that's going to fit in there pretty good. And we know that all of these characters, well, this actually goes in that little slot. They never seem to stay that way, but this goes here like this. Okay, now on top of all this, basically we had, I believe we had all of these smaller ones, except for I think one of these punched out. Okay, because it looks like there's a little lip right there, and you kind of want to flush. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. Then I'm pretty sure that these ones here went right in this middle section, or some, actually, maybe these were supposed to go there. Everything was kind of all out of whack when I opened this up. So they kind of slid around, but we're just going to slide these in here. You're going to get a general idea how this is all going to go back in here. Now, all of these punch boards are all going to be punched out. You got the little trays down below for a lot of it's going to go, so you're definitely going to have this extra room up on the top. And I know this actually went inside of one of the punch boards that punched out, and that token's going to go as well. All right, and then we have, of course, our books. I can put all the books back in these. See, the books I can throw in here later if I want. More than likely, this is what's going to happen with the books. They're just going to go like that. But the boards aren't going to go back in their bag. We want our free content. We're going to put that up on the top. All right, and there you go. That is everything. Excuse me, back in this box. All right, all I got to do is I just got to punch it. I just got to put it all back together, put it at the pieces where they need to go. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Tactical Espionage Action Metal Gear Solid, the board game by CMON. Everything you're going to get inside the core game. This looks fantastic. All right, leave any comments you have down below. And as always, thank you for watching.
Please somebody help me. My only vulnerability is that I care too much. And knives, and bullets, and cheesecake. I do love a good cheesecake.